Hello and welcome to Module 5, Decluttering Your Life. In this module, we will talk about removing anything from your life that is not serving you in a positive way. The corresponding body part on the 1-minute self-awareness body scan for this module is the hands. Decluttering is another amazing way to help combat anxiety, and it is gaining popularity. We are going to work on taking it a step further. In addition to decluttering our physical space, we want to declutter other important areas of our life. Once again, this is not something you need to do in 1 week. This is a process, and the beautiful thing about this process is you learn so much about yourself as you move through it. When you let go of the unwanted clutter in your life, you make room to add more meaningfulness to it. Physical space. Having an organized, clutter-free space can positively impact your mental wellness. If you haven't already checked out Marie Kondo's book, it's worth a read. Here are my tips. 1. Stick with one room at a time. Choose an easy room. This will help you work out your own system, and you will feel very accomplished once it is finished. 2. Everything has a place, and there is a place for everything. Make this your mantra. Keeping this in mind will help you categorically organize your space with ease. 3. Please try to dispose of items in a sustainable manner. There are a ton of ways to recycle or repurpose items to help keep them out of the landfills. 4. If you are beginning to get frustrated, take a break and come back to it when you are refreshed. This is good advice for everything in life. 5. Donate. Donating just makes you feel good. Knowing that someone can benefit from something that is just collecting dust in your home is so fulfilling and makes letting go so much easier. 6. Check out your local Buy Nothing groups on Facebook. Here you are able to swap items for free with your neighbors. If you can't find one, go to buynothingproject.org and you can even start one in your neighborhood. 7. Sell items that will actually pay. Is it really worth the time and effort to sell something that you're only going to make $5 on? You have to answer that question for yourself. Time is money too. 8. If you haven't used something in over a year, get rid of it. 9. Outsource help. There are a million home organizers out there. It may be worth the investment. 10. As Marie Kondo advises, ask yourself if something brings you joy. If not, get it out. 11. Once you completely declutter your space, be intentional with future purchases. I promise you, you will look at everything you put in your space differently once you get the clutter out. You will have a different relationship with money as well. Cleaning and keeping your house tidy is going to give you so much more time to do the things you love, and it's going to greatly reduce your anxiety. Social media and technology. So studies are finding that social media and the news are increasing society's anxiety. Here are some tips to declutter your social media life. 1. Schedule your social media time into your day. Whether you do it first thing in the morning and at night, just really plan it into your day like we've talked about. Schedule everything. 2. Set a timer. Once the timer goes off, you shut it down. 3. Turn off your notifications. This way you're not completely tied to looking at your phone and you're not getting that little rush every time you hear the ding. 4. Try a social media detox. All social media outlets have the option of deactivating your account without losing any of your info. I have done several detoxes and I have to tell you, it is life-changing. So if you're noticing that every time you jump onto social media, you are starting to experience anger or anxiety or any negative emotion, it's probably time for a detox. 5. Unfollow, unfriend, or block anyone whose posts are increasing your anxiety. This is your life. You have control. 6. Unplug. Turn off the television, or at the very least, turn off the news. Relationships. Let's face it, we sometimes grow out of people, and that's okay because that means you are growing. Here are some things to ask yourself when assessing relationships. 1. Do you feel emotionally drained or anxious anytime you are with this person? 2. Do they make you feel bad about yourself, your life, or your decisions? 3. Do you make bad choices when you are with this person? Drinking, drugs, risky behavior. 4. Is there anything positive that this person brings to your life? If so, do the positives outweigh the negatives? Now, there are some relationships that you can't just end, typically familial. Here is where sitting down and getting straight on your boundaries will help. 1. Take a break. It's okay to take a break from people you love. After all, absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? 2. Be intentional with the time that you spend with them. Really be present. Be empathetic and see where they are coming from. 3. Practice silence or the pause. If you are not responding to their negativity or provoking comments, they will begin to change their behavior. 4. Communicate your needs. They probably don't know what you have going on either, so communicating your needs will maybe open up some lines of communication. 5. Try counseling. If this person is worth keeping in your life, or even if you are not sure, then soliciting some professional help may be the answer. There are family counselors available everywhere. Now we're going to talk about careers. Anxiety from the workplace can make you miserable. Trust me, I know. I'm not saying just up and quit, because not having an income can produce even more anxiety. Start deducing what it is about your work environment that is creating the anxiety. There is always a solution. Sometimes you just have to get creative. Here are some things to think about regarding your career and anxiety. 1. Are you spending too much time there? Remember, you need a life too. When I worked in the schools, there would be some teachers who would be there before anybody else and then stay until everybody else was gone, and they wondered why they were so burnt out. Remember, self-care. 2. Are your coworkers challenging? Refer back to decluttering relationships. You don't need to be friends with your coworkers. You really don't. Just keep it professional. Set your boundaries. And if it comes to it, you need to get HR or your boss involved. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. 3. Is your workload too high? This is where you need to communicate, advocate, and delegate. Communicate with your coworkers, clients, etc., your responsibilities. Advocate for yourself with your boss to get more support. Delegate anything that someone else can do. Yes, that may mean giving up some control. That's okay. Your mental wellness is a priority. 4. Is your job unfulfilling? Only you can answer that. If your job doesn't light you up, then maybe it's time to look for something else. Remember, having a job is not a death sentence. You don't have to retire from there. There are options. You just have to look around, be creative, be open. Okay, so now we're going to talk about letting go. Let go of anything that doesn't serve you. Thoughts, habits, beliefs. Is there something that makes you feel bad? Ask yourself this question. Is this adding to my life in a positive way? This is a great time to incorporate your tools. Remember cancel? This technique is going to help you catch those thoughts, habits, and beliefs that you need to let go of. This is going to push you into much deeper work. This is a great time to also use your journal to reflect on your relationships and your careers. Gratitude will help you appreciate all that you already have in your life. You can truly be grateful because you are handpicking everything that brings you joy and choosing to keep it in your life. You may have noticed on the graphic that the right hand is raised, as though it is giving something. This represents the act of decluttering and purging your life. The left hand is lowered to indicate receiving. Remember how we are adding into our lives as we get rid of the things that don't serve us? Here are some ideas for how to add value to your life. Receive a compliment. Say thank you and genuinely appreciate it. I know for a long time when I would get a compliment, I always had a rebuttal. Now I just say thank you and I appreciate it. 2, accept help. When someone offers help, say yes. I was very bad at this for a long time because of, control. So now I am better about just saying yes when people offer help. 3, add flowers and plants to your house or workspace. It just adds beauty. It's nice to look at. 4, take a moment to appreciate something beautiful. How often are we tied to our phones or just not paying attention? Really take a look around you sometimes and appreciate the beauty around you. 5, always accept anything from a child. A hug, a gift, food, yes, even if it's gross. Trust me, I have 2 children. 6, add some grace into your life. It's okay to mess up. It really is. Just do it with grace. Everybody messes up. 7, add education. If you are unhappy with your career, this might be a good time to try something new. Take a class. 8, add a hobby. Find something that lights you up. Maybe you used to be into coloring. I don't know. It could be anything, but something that I would really look into your childhood. What was something that you loved to do that you can bring back as an adult? 9, add new friends. Seek out quality relationships of people who embody qualities that you admire. 10, read more books. Books are always a positive thing. 11, add more personal development. I can't stress that enough. That's something that I'm going to be doing until the day I die. 12, add in more love. Find more ways to add love into your life, especially self-love. Journaling and verbal reflection. After today's lesson, what areas do you think you are doing well with in the decluttering department? Which areas need some TLC? What are some feelings you are having around decluttering your life? If you are ready to take action with decluttering your life, what are you willing to do? Action plan. Now it's time to write down your plan of action. Which area of your life do you want to focus on decluttering first? What are your first steps? When are you going to take action? How will you incorporate this into your daily routine? What supports do you need? This concludes Module 5. If you are a current coaching client of mine, please make sure that your next session is booked. If you are interested in a crafted one-on-one coaching program with me, please email me at stacey@staceybennington.com or go to my website, www.staceybennington.com, for more information. Thank you.